What do you think? Do you think Mark Andrews is back?
I don't know. I think it's 50-50. And the reason I say that is because they've got an unusual situation with their tight end. They've got a really good tight end room with obviously Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and Charlie Collar. All of them are free agents in 2026.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Okay.
So the Ravens have a history of graduating in that position. What I mean by that is Todd Heap was a Pro Bowl player. They graduated from him. And along came Mark Andrews. Or I'm sorry, Dennis Pitta. Dennis Pitta graduated. Along came Mark Andrews. And so they have a history of doing this, parting ways with guys that people really like. Of course, with Pitta, there was an injury issue there, but he tried to make a comeback. But that said, that they're not afraid to graduate at that position. So Mark Andrews has, I believe, a $16.5 million cap figure this year. That's significant.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they're going to try to either extend him or they're going to try to trade him because Isaiah Likely is ready.
Oh, yeah.
He's ready to take on that additional responsibility. And the Ravens would then probably go find a third tight end to back up Charlie Collar. And Charlie can do a lot of the things. No, he's not Mark Andrews.
Sure.
But he's a good player.
Yep.
And so it's like an embarrassment of riches right now. You can't keep them all. And the future looks like it's Isaiah Likely. Plus, he does a few things that Andrews doesn't do. He gets long down the field. He's really, really good after the catch, something that really plays well into a Lamar Jackson-led offense. So when you factor in all those things and his salary cap number, I think they try to move him, but it might be one of those things, Greg, where back in 2013, the Ravens traded Anquan Bolden and got next to nothing for him to the San Francisco 49ers. The idea was to try to free up some cap space. He was a guy that was really well loved by the Ravens fan base, just as Mark Andrews is. And they might not find that there's a lot of people willing to take on tight ends. You cover the draft pretty closely. There's a lot of tight ends out there this year.
Oh, yeah. If you need a tight end, this is the draft class to go get one.
Right. So would teams be willing to spend money to pay Mark Andrews, number one, and two, give the Ravens decent draft capital in exchange? Now, maybe they just, he's a top 5 tight end in the league. If you want that kind of guy, and he showed no signs of, that divisional playoff game excluded, he's shown no signs of dropping off his level of play. So I think that he has some value. Is that value a third or fourth round pick? And do the Ravens think that the third or fourth round pick is worthy of that? I've had some people close to the team tell me that they think the Ravens are willing to sit on that number with Mark Andrews this year and just ride it out. And maybe the guy they're talking about extending becomes Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, it just seems like it's so, like, the timing is there where, because again, there's 11 million in savings,
right?
If they just move on from them. And after what happened, and again, what you're talking about here, it does seem like, well, there it is. There's your out. It's there. Are you going to take it? So yeah, be very, especially with Likely in the wings and a very deep tight end class. So it would seem that it is more, I don't want to, I guess I'll just say it, more likely that they go in another direction, but we'll see.